Hi everyone! Well, first week of treatment is done and here's the videos of how it went. First appointment with the doctor today, and what a massive difference from being in Australia. Firstly, I was believed. Second, I was listened to. And third, they actually took some action. The doctor was mind blown at my symptoms and the severity of them, and the fact that Australia has basically done zero to treat it other than telling me I have anxiety. He could not believe it when I said that. He took a bunch of thermal scans of my body, which are designed to show the levels of inflammation in it. And he got me to come around and take photos of them because he was so mind blown by the results, which he then showed to multiple staff. Apparently, I'm a special case because the severity is so bad. So I'm going to pop them up on this video now. Looking at these scans, they should all be solid green. Red is really bad, dark blue is really bad, and purple is bad. So you can see from these pictures, they are basically all those colors. He's most concerned about inflammation in my brain, digestive system, and a lot of issues with circulation in my legs. I have been given a treatment plan which is so in-depth. I'm going to be having treatment 6 days a week for at least the next 6 weeks. That includes daily IVs and a bunch of other treatment, including rehab work. Today I had the thermal images done. I also had some strength testing done, and they'll redo that again, I believe halfway through and then at the end as well, so they can compare the results with now. I also had my first lot of IVs and my first lot of ozone on my feet, and I scored a bunch of new meds. So I had my first experience with Cyprus pharmacy as well, and I'll pop those on in a second. But overall, amazing experience. Tomorrow is a public holiday here for Greek Independence Day, so no treatment, but come Wednesday, I'll be back in the clinic, ready to go again. I will just mention that my Australian GP is absolutely phenomenal. His knowledge on Lyme and co-infections is just next level, and he's the reason I swear I'm still alive. And he has managed to slow the deterioration down as much as he can. He's just limited to what he can do in Australia under all the guidelines, and the fear of potentially being struck off the medical register like so many before him. So he's done everything in his capacity to help me out. I'm lucky that I have a really good team in Australia at the moment, with my GP who is very well versed on Lyme disease, my cardiologist, my urological surgeon, my sleep doctor, and everyone else I work with. But they've basically done all they can for me at the moment because they're not allowed to do any more. So being here and having so much more freedom for the medical team to do what they can to really help is just so different. And I can just imagine the difference it would make to patients in Australia if our doctors were allowed to do this kind of stuff there. Public holiday here today, so no clinic, but it's actually a good thing because it gives me a chance to wrap my head around my new medication regime. This is in addition to the meds I'm already on from Australia. These were all added in yesterday to help me through treatment and to correct issues the doctor picked up. This is my little passport book that I have to take with me each day. This is my list of diagnoses, which you can't really read because they're in Greek, but all the diagnoses I already had, plus they think I have post-COVID syndrome or long COVID as well. The test results show that today. So each day when I go into the clinic, I go to all different sections of the clinic, and then they just pop the date when I've had that day's treatment. This is Marius. He is the host of my Airbnb. The microwave stopped working, so he very quickly managed to get a new one in for me. Marius, do you want to tell us the name of your company?
It's Clubber Stays.
So I do recommend them if anyone's coming over to Cyprus. If there's any issues or anything like that, they'll get them fixed for you straight away. And the apartments are great.
Happy to have you, and thank you for letting me know. You told me that's the old one, we got a new one.
Day 2 in the clinic today, I was told that Monday was quiet because it was leading up to the public holiday, and they were correct. That clinic was like its own little bustling city today. There were so many people in there. I met a lovely couple from Germany who are coming in to have treatment. Theirs is only every third day. I get the impression very fast that I'm on one of the heaviest treatment protocols at the clinic because I'm in daily and having multiple procedures each day. Today I had my first UFO session, which is like a laser that they put on the outside of your nose, and then it connects somehow to your brain to help reduce inflammation. Then I had my IV, which is going to be a daily occurrence. They load me full of vitamins, electrolytes, and ozone. While I'm doing that, I also have my ozone treatment on my legs at the same time. And then I had my first water balance session. So the water balance, I just basically lay on a mat for 40 minutes, but it enables the circulation to get going in my body. They're very worried about the circulation in my legs. Feeling okay today, quite tired still adjusting to the change in schedule. I'm still playing with medication a lot for my heart because having some pretty extreme heart rates. My heart rate the last few days has hit 165 just by standing up. Luckily, my cardiologist lets me manage my own meds, so it's just a thing of learning my new schedule and adjusting accordingly. So I'm sure I'll get that down to a fine art over the next few days. Absolutely exhausted this afternoon because it's been a really big day of treatment. I started the day off with an UFO session again, which is the laser that goes towards your brain. Then I had my first experience in the infrared sauna. So I was in the sauna for about half an hour or so. Then I went down to have my first 10-pass ozone. That was a really, really interesting experience. I like to understand how treatments work. And I was lucky today because I had a nurse whose English was really good, and she explained absolutely everything to me as she was doing it. Basically, what they did was put a needle in my arm, and I must say I didn't know they made needles that big for humans. It was a really, really big needle. It was bigger than my biggest finger. The skill that's required to get that needle in without blowing a vein is phenomenal. Put the needle in, and then they remove my blood in sections and put it into a little container that hung on the IV stand, and the container was shaken around while it was infused with ozone. Then it went through a filter and the blood was put back into my body again, fresh with ozone and with the toxins removed. I was quite amazed because halfway through she stopped the treatment so she could change the container because there were so many toxins in my blood that it had blocked the filter. And she showed me the toxins in the bottom of the container, and it was quite amazing to see just how many there were. She's told me that as treatment goes on, there'll be less and less toxins in that container at the end. The ozone that they have infused into my blood obviously goes back into my body and helps break down the protective layer around the Lyme bacteria and other bacteria in my body, so my immune system can fight it off better. It's very, very clever. I didn't have a chance to video today because I was just taking in so much information, but I will try and do it sometime next week. I'm having this treatment 3 times a week. Then after that, I have my IVs. So there was 3 lots of IV today, and that was followed up by IV laser. So they actually put a laser into my cannula and then zapped as the blood went through my veins in the hope that it would kill off some of the bacteria. So it was a massive, massive treatment day. But like I said, I can understand how it works, and that makes me feel good because there's some logic in it, and it's a lot more logic than I've had in the Australian medical system for a very long time. So really, really tired, which they said would probably happen. They told me to have a nap this afternoon for a couple of hours, which I've done. Slight headache, quite a bit of head pressure, but they also warned me that might happen as well. And then as that ozone takes hold in my body overnight, I should start to feel better. Well, it's been a very rough 24 hours, the roughest since I've been here. Last night I did not have a good night at all. This morning I was feeling a little bit better, but now after a full day of treatment, I'm just absolutely exhausted. I've started Herxing, and for those who don't know what Herxing is, it's a Herxheimer reaction, and basically when your body is full of these pathogens like Lyme disease, Bartonella, Babesia, as they start to be killed off, the dead toxins sort of float around your body until your body can get rid of them naturally. And they make you sicker and sicker while your body's trying to get rid of them. We're trying to speed that process along with all the detox stuff I'm having done at the clinic, but it's a bit of a time factor with it. The good thing is the fact that I'm Herxing means we're killing some of the bacteria. So that is a plus. Today was a very long day. I had my first colon hydrotherapy session, followed by UFO, physiotherapy, and 3 rounds of IV medication. Just made it to the end of the day today. We have confirmed that what we suspected prior to me coming here, which was that the autonomic dysfunction has started to progress even further than we thought, has been confirmed. I'm hoping that with the treatment here, maybe we can halt that where it's at now, possibly even reverse those most recent symptoms. If not, it's going to mean another specialist when I get back to Perth. Everyone I've seen here, and I think I'm up to about my 8th practitioner or nurse now, through all the new treatments I'm having, everyone has been shocked that Australia has just left me to basically get sicker, and that doctors are not allowed to do the kinds of procedures they're doing here, which, had they been done years ago, probably would have actually made me better then, and I wouldn't have progressed to where I am now. So very interesting to see the different perspectives between the Australian government's position and the European position. I'm going to rest now because I really need to sleep, and get ready for another day of treatment tomorrow. Done for the week now. Today was a much shorter day than I expected. I was meant to go in for ozone sauna this morning, but the ozone sauna had some issues, so we're going to do that next week instead. It meant that I went into my 10-pass session earlier, which was actually great because I got to meet another lovely couple. This lady's from the UK initially, and again, were telling me how good the doctor is. So just makes me feel like I made the right decision choosing the clinic that I did, hearing the good stories. So I had 10-pass, 3 rounds of IV meds. So my multivitamins, the ozone IV, and then the electrolytes. One thing that is a little concerning is we're already having issues with my veins, and we're only the first week of what I think is going to end up being 7. Yesterday my IV was dripping really slowly. Today it took 2 attempts with the big needle to actually access me, ready to go for the 10-pass. So hopefully my veins hold up a bit. I'm looking forward to having a day off tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday, clinic's not open, and I think I need the rest. But first week is done.